Yeah. RPM Trade Vietnam and this bitch. What up? What the fuck is up? Once we all know what's up, the level of fucking of people's fucking egos is up. That's for damn sure. Um, what I want to talk about real quick this morning. Um, let's talk about this human ego, man. This human ego got people who are typically, intelligent about something. Everybody has a sensible level of understanding and intelligence about something. Most people do. Nobody's just completely. Very few people are completely dumb about everything. Somebody knows something about something. And once I see even, what up, Rick James? Once I see even a little bit of intelligence coming from somebody about anything, now I know you can exercise proper observation, calculation of different elements and angles about something, scrambling around in your mind, bringing yourself to a sincere understanding about something, and then applying it to your life and how you interact with other people. As soon as I see you do that shit, I'm holding you to a high standard about everything. Don't flex your critical thinking skills about something and then let it go about other shit, because when you do that, that's your emotions, that's fear, and that's your ego, because your ego don't want you to face the fact that you don't know everything, that you might be being fooled by something, and that you got some work to do, because as an adult, you still have no fucking idea what the fuck is going on. For example, what year is it? What year is it right now? 2023? Where the fuck are we counting from? Jesus? New Year's ain't on his so-called birthday. The fucking Hebrews believe that it's the year 5,700 or something in the Jewish faith. That's what year it is to them. Where are they counting from and why? And who's right? Existence has been here. Reality has been here. Consciousness and life has been here for longer than 2,023 years. All of this shit is fucking dumb. Everything we do all day, every day is a sign that we are living inside somebody else's world, imagination, and manifestation of life on Earth, and you're living right in it. If you was born on a fucking Saturday, you didn't name that day, and I bet you don't know where it came from or what it means or none of that shit. You just say your birthday was, the day you was born was December 6th, 1980, and it was a Saturday. That's all you know. That's ridiculous. That while we are walking around in an obvious state of confusion, delusion, and on misguided information, people still pretend to know better than everybody else about some shit that they actually have no history in, you haven't dabbled in, or nothing. If you want to understand guns, buy one. If you can, you'll put a gun in your hand together with your good heart, and you will realize that you have the fucking power, bruh. The power to be fucking evil and crazy. And then to refuse to be that is awesome. That's when I know you're a good person. If you tell me you're a good person, but you don't got a gun, or you don't exercise no power over nobody else, I don't know how good you are. I know how good you are when you look at the power and you go, I'm not finna do no dumb shit with this. I'm not finna be a tyrant with this. No, the fuck I'm not. That's the good guy. That's the good guy. If you don't have a gun, don't fucking talk to me about gun shit, bro. Your opinion doesn't matter, because you have not embraced what it is, what it truly means. Y'all are crazy. So crazy in your ego. You don't even have a right to tell somebody else not to own nothing. Check your ego when you think that you can tell somebody else what to do because of how you feel about it, and you ain't even in the game. Get the fuck out of here. It sounds ridiculous, man. You should be embarrassed, actually. There's somebody I know, it's a woman, and she carries a firearm from time to time. She carries a handgun, a pistol, little guy, something you can put in a holster. Maybe you can put it in a purse or a gym bag or something, right? Not only does she see the value in protecting herself with a firearm, realizing that she's a small woman, she can easily be subdued by the average guy. She will have no chance against the average guy. a 14-year-old boy could beat her the fuck up probably. I don't care how tough she thinks she is. I bet you I can find a 14-year-old boy that'll beat her ass. Bad, it will be no competition. No chance she would have against a 14-year-old boy. Young men hit that puberty and that shit and that fucking pituitary gland, get the fucking pushing them into their nature. 14 years old, most women can't handle a 14-year-old boy. And she knows that. So she carries a gun. And still she says, I don't know if anybody should have an AR-15 assault weapon. You shouldn't be able to shoot 50 rounds in 10 seconds and blah, blah. All of this fucking parrot-ass repeating of the fucking news is all she was doing. In reality, what she doesn't understand is she's already dabbled enough that she should know better, and I would educate her ass so she would actually talk to me. Just to give her some things to think about, and then she can make up her own mind. But I bet you she's not thinking about a whole bunch of other shit that she should be considering. The fact that she even carries a firearm says she understands the idea of protection. If she is claiming to be a good person who means no harm and only means defense with her pistol, she needs to give people the fucking grace that they will also be the same kind of person she is, but they will use the AR-15 and is not going to automatically shoot 50 rounds in 3 fucking seconds just because you have it. You have to have a fully automatic to do that, not a semi-automatic. She doesn't understand that. See? Don't even understand what it is that she be saying. Not only would it not do that unless you have a fully automatic, if you have a semi-automatic and you have a 50-round drum or a 60-round drum in an AR-15, how many rounds are you going to pop off because you got 60? Only the number that you think is justified in stopping the threat. That's it. Nobody stops a threat in a legit self-defense situation in mag dump. It doesn't happen. There's always some self-control and some understanding of what's going on. She talks as if she's heard these stories of even legit self-defense situations being overkill because the person having the gun either in their fear can't control themselves or in the of the fire and not control the firearm, that if they pull the trigger on the AR-15, here comes 50 or 60 fucking rounds in 3 seconds and nobody can stop it, nobody knows it's going to happen, it's out of control. This is the way she was talking like that. If that was the case, then I would understand what the concern is, but that's not the case. So where the fuck is the concern? Because as soon as she thinks that she can be justified in telling somebody that she don't believe that they need all of that for self-defense, what if somebody told her she don't need that pistol for self-defense? She better put her fucking hands up. She better get some pepper spray or a knife, something non-lethal. Why the fuck did she choose to get a firearm? Because she believes, I'm telling you, she knows that in a drastic case of self-defense where she can find herself in life-changing injury or death or the R word, which some women have to, you got to worry about that. It's a concern. Even if you're not thinking about it all the time, it's got to be in the back of your mind. You put your seatbelt on, you're not planning on a car accident, you don't expect to get into no car accident, it's never even on your mind when you're in the road for the most part. But you put the seatbelt on to kind of help whatever's in the back of your mind be more secure in what it is that you're trying to do, because nobody wants to die in a fucking car accident. Okay, she don't want to get the R word all over her. She don't want to be in the fucking end of a losing battle or fight she didn't fucking start. At someone else's mercy to see how bad is this beating going to be. She don't want nothing to do with none of that. She carrying a gun. And then told me that the AR-15 might be a little too much. Who needs that? Well, why do you need the pistol then? Now, what if you get what you want about the AR-15 and then the next step is for everybody to say, that woman don't need no fucking pistol. What you need a pistol for? Don't nobody even out here even got no AR. You don't need that shit. And then they remove her pistol from her. And then 2 bad guys that she couldn't even fucking take in a fist fight show up with guns to take her cookies. Now what? Now what? Now what? Jackass. Once you let these rights go, they don't come back. This is the shit that people don't think of. This is why it's so annoying, bruh. I heard Colion Noir say this morning in the video that the best way to protect the Second Amendment is to create more gun owners, and I believe that. That's why in my activism, I'm trying to encourage people to own firearms, because I do think that will help. That once you give people something that they can experience for themselves, embrace sincerely with some knowledge of what the fuck it is that's going on in their self-defense and in the mechanism of the fucking firearms. If you do all of this, you give people something to hang on to, something to fight for, something that they can actually grow to appreciate. And I get that. But this chick who I'm talking about owns a pistol, carries it, and still thinks that AR-15 is overkill. Why do we need it? And she hasn't told me at all what she thinks is going to happen in the process of getting people to give these guns up or to turn them over. What does the process look like? Nobody's thinking about none of this shit. They just say stuff. They just talk and say stuff with emotions and ego. As if their emotions should dictate rights that are fucking inalienable is not up for debate. Thank you for the fucking Constitution and the founding forefathers who put something that's undebatable inside of an arena of debate so that it would forever be debated. The fuck out of here. It's a fucking setup. Or they didn't fucking word that shit good enough. I would have put everything that they put in the Second Amendment. I would have wrote that. Plus, I would have said at the end of it, instead of all these funny ass words, I would have spelled it out. If government tries to take these things against the people's wishes, they're going to appear to be the tyrannical government that we just fought off of our asses. That's exactly what it's going to look like. And under no other circumstances would a government body attempt to disarm you unless they also attempt to do what we have also seen throughout history over and over again. So, if you see these things, both sides of this conflict needs to know that shooting will ensue and that there is no other way to do this, because once they start speaking and acting as if they can take it from you, there's a good chance that they will be successful in that unless you start shooting. That's the Second Amendment. Why they didn't do that? They didn't write that like that because they're stupid. They're not that smart. Y'all praise a whole lot of men that are not that smart. You know what you got to do to get the fucking battery and materials for this fucking electric car that Elon Musk is so fucking proud of? Don't you know that if everybody had the car like the fucking daydream that he has every morning when he wakes his genius ass up, right? What a fucking genius. Every morning he wakes up, he imagined that this being more and more popular and that it should be and it's healthy for the environment. But what they got to do to get the materials fucks the environment and the fucking people, the indigenous people in these lands. It fucks all that shit up. Is anybody talking about that? Stop praising Elon. And the fucking grid couldn't handle everybody having this car and having to charge it. And how far can you even go on one charge? And then you got to wait for these ports, and how long do it take you to charge at the port? They are slowing down traffic and movement about the planet. Just like the World Economic Forum want to do all this other shit anyway. This is what they want to do. Listen, every time they keep on saying all of this crazy stuff and y'all allow them to go because you think that it's for your benefit, for the protection of Mother Earth, and for your benefit because they know better than you, and you're going to love this in the long run. If you can't look at all the details about where they get the materials from for these electric cars, this Tesla shit, and he completely shitted on the Nikola Tesla name when he did this stuff. Elon is a fucking goofy, if you ask me. I don't care how smart he is. I can show you a doctor that's way smarter than me that's involved in some malpractice and he killed some people, and now I'm a better fucking person because I'm smart enough to know I want nothing to do with that. And when you fuck up, you have fucked up, and he'll try to lie, hide, get dope ass lawyers, do all this other shit to try to avoid this fucking trouble that his smart doctor ass has gotten themselves into in this fucking malpractice, which kills more people than the fucking AR-15 every year. Y'all are crazy. Malpractice does more. I'm fucking tired of y'all, bro. I'm tired of this shit. Y'all are so weird to be so heartfelt in your opinion when you actually don't know shit. Small details that you don't have to be a fucking brainiac. I'm kind of smart, but I'm not that smart. I just know that I pay attention enough to see one or two details in the bigger picture in some of these topics to realize that I see some deal breakers. And other people just praising everybody, thinking if you hear it on TV, that it's the right thing. And all you got to do is repeat it. And now you have been elevated to the same level of care, responsibility, and knowledge as your favorite CNN anchors and all sort of shit. Man, shut the fuck up. The situation is so dire, it's so urgent that I got no problem calling y'all bitches, dummies, goofies, or none of that shit. Because I got no motherfucking time left in life to be worried about being politically correct or being polite to everybody all the fucking time. And if I'm talking to somebody on the individual level, I don't got to act like this. But when I'm addressing the whole world, I'm going to bring that energy that I'm talking to a whole world full of stupid people. And if I can address people on an individual level or on a personal level, I can give them the benefit of the doubt, just like I gave all of this shit the benefit of the doubt. In regards to what the ATF got going on, how fucked up the Constitution got us all. They talking about a 28th Amendment, which is supposed to repeal the Second Amendment. This is shit that people are trying to do. They're trying to repeal something that's a natural fucking right, and they're going about this, and they're actually going to get some people to go along with it, and other people to feel like we have lost a right if they can change the magic paper. When in reality, none of this shit is debatable. It can't be changed. My rights are inalienable, and they're not up for discussion or debate, man. They're not, because I got one life. I get to fucking very diligently protect my life or anything I get my fucking hands on that I feel is effective. And the best thing that can be effective will be the most effective thing that a bad guy could bring to me. Then I want it too. This is simple stuff. This is basic, simple stuff, man. And when people cannot understand this stuff, I feel so low, man. I feel so bad for humanity and for the dumb people who think that they are smart, virtuous, and all this other shit when they're talking all this la bullshit. And they got no fucking idea what the fuck is going on. What year is it? What year is it? Ha! I love y'all, man. You goofy motherfuckers. What up, Angel? Rick James? Who else? Forever Quan, another typical, usual. This is just my usual suspects, man, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that for now. I've been reaching out to Coleon Noir and a couple other big names on YouTube, talking this gun shit, trying to let them know that I respect what it is that they're doing, but it's a goddamn fucking shame in the midst of this fucking fight over something that's undebatable, really. None of these big names even know who the fuck I am, and I'm doing something that they are not doing. Number one, I'm talking that hard shit that they won't say. They want to be PC, or they don't want to be on somebody's radar, or get a visit from the FBI. Cuz be telling me, kind of watch out sometimes, because he understands too, especially for the idea of promoting the work. I don't know how to control myself when I talk. I like being rough. I like just saying all the shit that needs to be said. And if anybody else out there is feeling like that, then I got to be fucking valid in saying it, because the presence of these feelings are already here and they need to be addressed. I got no problem just fucking saying it. Fuck the ATF. I hope all they ass die. I got to check the news. Ain't no ATF agent die last night in they sleep? Did none of them die from mysterious? Because I don't want nobody to put their hands on them, because I want them the fuck out of here, but I don't want nobody to be at fault for it either. I want nobody in the situation to be at harm or at a loss at all but them. So I need them all to die in car accidents. I hope a fucking rhino tramples your ass when you're in your fucking garden. I hope a fucking swarm of killer bees from Asia or Africa, wherever they're from, I hope they come over here just for y'all and no one else. Where the fuck is COVID when you need it? Where the fuck is a fucking derecho or a hurricane? Go straight to DC with that bullshit. Where is the lightning Thor? Get their ass. Something get them. Something that cannot be blamed or handcuffed needs to fucking get them the fuck out of here, because I want nobody else to fall victim to their loss. It needs to be them and nobody else. Fuck y'all. Fuck. I got no problem saying none of this stuff, bro. Won't nobody else say this shit. Everybody tiptoeing. Fuck you want to tiptoe for when they got a fucking gun to the head of the entire world with this World Economic Forum bullshit? 100 rounds in the desert with 3 new guns and accessories. Hell yeah, Rick James. Gun the fuck up. Be a sweet, loving person with a badass gun collection. There's nothing better. There's somebody who is ready to do defensive actions and nothing else. Defense only. That's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful when you say it, when you hear it. It just sounds right. People who are scared of guns like to believe that that doesn't exist, but then they look to the police and go, there they go right there. Defensive purposes only. That's not even true with the police. They initiate almost every fucking conflict. What percentage of conflicts between the people and the police are initiated by the police when the people on the other end of this shit is just like, what's going on, man? What happened? What'd I do? How many times has that happened? That's the majority of their interaction, is somebody going, what did I do, bro? This is ridiculous. How many killers do they catch in a day? How many citations do they write in a day nationwide? They write more citations than they do of stopping of killers. Man, get the fuck out of my life, man. Get the fuck out of my life with this bullshit, bro. That's why I be trying not to come with an ego, because I know I'm not better than anybody, because everybody grows. Everybody's at their own stage of awareness and appreciation for certain things. Sometimes things have to be really, really bad for people to understand, and then they'll understand. And I get all of that, but the situation is urgent right now. And if you cannot understand these simple things right now, then as of today, you're a bitch. Maybe you won't be a bitch tomorrow, but today you a bitch. And I'm gonna tell you that you a pussy ass bitch, and you're dumb as hell, and the world is fucking calling you to fucking be responsible about something that you're ignoring, and you need to get the knowledge and the understanding of what it is that's going on so you can make an honest choice, so you can choose sides. Get the fuck out of here. Peace and love, y'all. Woo bang. Trey Vietnam and this bitch. Go get a fucking gun. Don't be so ridiculously naive that not only do you not know what the fuck is going on, that you pretend to know better than the people who are trying to tell you that something bad is going on. Grow the fuck up.